It is the We Are You Morning Crew, and we are here, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you tuned in a little bit late. We have entertainers from Trans Entertainment Network. Crystal Beverly, Stan Lucas, and Selena Simone are all here, and I'm excited about it. Good morning to you. Now, if you didn't know, Crystal Beverly is their family. The Trans Network group with Trans Entertainment Network. One of the first people that approached me and said, "Hey, we got some music. Let's get it on the air." And they have really been champions for WERUradio. Every time we put something on there, they tweet it, retweet it, repost it, and as anytime you guys need anything, anytime anything is going on, call me. I got you. Real talk. So now let's talk to another member of the family. Selena Simone is her name. A pleasure to meet you, ma'am. Come close to that mic.
Nice to meet you, too. Thank you so much for having me.
Good. So let's talk about you, because you are another division, another type of artist.
Yes.
Are you a rapper, singer?
I don't mean to cut you off. Sorry. I definitely like to consider myself an artist as well, because, you know, I do like to rap. I do like to sing. I do a little bit more rapping because I do have what I would like to say, a nice voice. But
you have a nice voice.
I think so.
Okay then.
And yes, but I do know that I need a little bit more, you know, vocal training and stuff like that. So, you know, I just like to call myself an artist because, you know. All
right, because you're doing your thing. You're doing your thing. Okay, so when you started to step into the artistry of who Selena Simone is now, what were some of your influences along the way?
Most definitely Lil' Kim. I grew up on Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown, but my number one was Lil' Kim, you know. And
so how does Lil' Kim, how does that influence speak into your artistry? What did you grab from that?
Okay, so the first time I heard Lil' Kim, it was a song called Players Anthem. I think I was maybe like, I don't even know. I can't even tell you because I'm not going to tell y'all, so you don't know my age. So there's that. But I was young, okay, and I hadn't even seen her. You know what I'm saying? Wow. I just heard her voice, and I loved the way her voice was, like, her delivery was like very strong and masculine. You know what I mean? But when I seen her, then I seen how beautiful and sexy and pretty she was. I said, that just was everything for me. You know, it seemed like there was a perfect balance between, you know, that masculinity and that femininity all in one. So that's what did it for me.
All right. So do you have a project out now, working on the project? And what is that project? Is that all like some personal stuff? Is it part of your journey?
Yes, most definitely.
All right.
Most definitely is part of my journey. I'm working on some stuff. The project is definitely underway.
Okay.
There are some things that are already released. And look for more things released. And yeah.
Okay. Now, if they want to follow you, get in touch with you, see what you're working with, seeing what's happening, how do they do that on social media?
Okay, social media. All of my things are the same pretty much. It's Selena Simone. That's Salina. Simone, Samone. And so you could definitely find me on my YouTube channel. That's what I wanted to, direct you guys to, and possibly my Instagram, just so you can get a little taste, a sample of the music. And also, my YouTube channel also talks about, just things that I've been dealing with. I think talks about it gets real juicy now.
Oh, it's real juicy.
Yes, it gets real juicy.
It's real juicy. Okay. So now let's talk about this, because I know that you both have something to say about this. Now, as a trans entertainer, and especially in a male-dominated field now, the women are out there just speaking it and whopping it and dropping it and stallioning it and being it and all of that stuff. How does that play into what it is that you both do now? Are you able to more easily access the same platforms, or are there still obstacles out there? And just be honest, because I want to know, and how do you tell other people who are artists like yourself, maybe not trans, but LGBT, what it is that they need to do to get themselves through those doors?
To me, I think you just have to really find your lane. Find your lane and stay in it and work. That doesn't mean don't think outside the box, but you still have to find, the group of people that are interested in what you're doing. And everybody is not going to like your music. Everybody don't like Beyonce. Nicki Minaj is one of the most hated people in the industry, but they're still doing their thing. They went through a lot of scrutiny to get to where they are, and pretty much are still being criticized daily. But they found their niche and they found their lane, and they stuck to that. Nicki, she did go outside of the box as far as not being trapped to just being a rapper. She explored with pop music and a lot of other genres of music. But she still wasn't trying to, be something that she wasn't. She was just being herself. And I don't think she let the influence of the industry determine who she was going to be as an artist. I think she opened up the doors and paved the way for artists, obviously, like Doja Cat and some of these girls that are coming up now, Cardi B and a lot of other girls, and myself included, we don't really pay attention to, I personally don't pay attention to the negative parts of it. I try not to dwell on the barriers that are there because I know they have to be knocked down. So we don't avoid certain venues or events because of the crowd is not an LGBT crowd. We don't avoid that. We go in there and we do what we got to do. And
that's right.
Oftentimes we get the best response from the crowd, not because of who we are. They don't even always know that we're trans before we go on that stage, because it's not about that.
Right.
It's about the music. And they enjoy our music.
Right.
Our music is fire.
Is that some of the same thing that you experience, Selena, when you're doing your
stuff? Most definitely. I definitely want to piggyback onto what Crystal was saying. That I just wanted to say this one time we went to this venue in New York, I think it was. I can't remember the name of the place. Pianos, yes, in New York. And I did not know, I did not know it was not a LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? Venue,
Right.
And we got out there. I mean, we still did our thing, and we were very well received and very well loved. We got a lot of love when we got off the stage, and I just thought that was so amazing to me. As far as barriers and things like that, I just, like she said, I try not to pay any attention to those things. I say perseverance is one thing that you definitely have to have, and what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Consistency. That's exactly the word.
That's important.
For. Yes.
Yes, it's important. That's
important.
And
I feel like Crystal, she embodies that.
Right.
The consistency and I definitely think that's very important.
Now, Stan,
overall.
for you, and get into the mic, because I really want to ask you that as a guy representing trans artists in the mic, my brother, because we want to hear that voice, we want to hear all that bass, all that bass. Representing trans artists, and you go into a room and you say, I've got these artists, they're fire, they got this material, they can hit the stage, they can perform, they can do all this stuff. What are some of the challenges as a manager of trans artists that you have seen and are still seeing and have overcome, and how much further do you think you need to go to make it mainstream?
Well, the main thing is being prepared. The thing I've noticed with the community is that a lot of the girls don't really understand the music business at all, and that it really doesn't have a whole lot. It's 90% business and 10% talent. And it's just how you market what you do. I mean, Prince was a good example of, he could take any artist basically with no talent and can market them into, Vanity and, and Apollonia and so forth. But the thing is, and then you got to understand with, marketing, it's like if you can have 5,000 Facebook fans, friends on Facebook, they're not buying your music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're and like I tell a lot of the girls too, you got to really understand. They they want to get paid to do a show. I want to do paid shows. That's fine. And Stan, I'm the baddest out there. Can't nobody out rap me. Promoters don't care about that. Their whole thing is, can they bring somebody through the door?
Right.
That's the whole thing. They don't care about no talent. They don't care about nothing. All they want to know, if you want to get paid, you bring some people through the door.
Right.
And, and then people have to understand too. Once you get on iTunes and all that, it's not going to be no miracle. How do people know you're on iTunes? You got to let people know.
Right.
Problem I had in the beginning with a lot of girls is they like doing a lot of selfies and showing their butt and all that. And the only issue I had with that is, why don't you put links to your music along with your butt shots?
How about that? How about that?
Well, I don't get as many likes when I put the music on there. See, and that's the whole issue. It's not, so you're really not doing this for music. You're really just trying to get likes.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
We're trying to make money.
Right.
You know, so, and that's the bottom line. And so a lot of girls have to understand the business of, you know, people got to make money. And you know, all the likes and all that. I mean, in the beginning, I was dealing with that all the time. Like, hey, look, I see you got all your tit and everything now. Why don't you put the link to where your music is?
That makes complete sense. Because, you know, and that's a good point to leave off, because I got to take a break. But I want to do that because I know, as a radio personality, and I'm looking at music, and a lot of these artists release a new song like every 2 minutes. I'm like, are you making a discography, or are you making a project? Are you trying to be an artist, or are you just trying to get the likes and the shares? So that really makes the difference between the professional artist and somebody who really wants to you know, make it in the business. But we're gonna take a break, and I'm gonna play a little bit of your influences. Both of you mentioned this lady, Lil Kim, and it's gonna be Not Tonight. So let's do that right here. It is the We Are You Morning Crew, and we're talking to Trans Entertainment Network's Selena, Simone, Crystal Beverly, and Stan Lucas on We Are You Radio, home of the urban sound of pride.
I'm your girl, Miss Sophia, holding it down right here on We Are Your Radio, home of urban music for the LGBTQI community and me. Between the hours of 2 p.m. and 6 p.m., this is Club Chit Chat. That's right. You know how we do it, honey. We're going to be talking about sports, politics, entertainment, and a little of this and a little of that. That's why we call this Club Chit Chat, baby. With the happy hour coming to you at 5 p.m. like no other happy hour you've ever experienced. So make sure you're around during our happy hour. Hey, I'm your girl, Mr. Phil, holding it down right here on We Are Your Radio, home of urban music for the LGBTQI community and me. Come on, baby, let's ride.